What is the point of spirituality? Have you ever stopped to consider what spirituality is meant to do in our lives? Why do millions of people worldwide want to connect more deeply with something bigger than themselves? We're delving into the important topic of what is the point of spirituality in today's video. A journey of self-discovery and transcendence. Spirituality offers opportunities to attain inner peace and investigate the meaning of life. However, what does it individually mean to you? In what ways may spirituality improve your life and help you feel more fulfilled? Come along with us as we solve the puzzles and discover the transforming force of embracing spirituality in the contemporary world. Understanding a feeling, sense, or conviction that there is something more than me, that there is more to human existence than meets the senses, and that the larger system of which we are a part is cosmic or divine in nature, are all components of spirituality. Knowing that our lives have meaning beyond the ordinary day-to-day life at the level of biological necessities that motivate violence and greed is what it means to be spiritual. It entails realizing that we play a big role in the deliberate development of life in our cosmos. Exploring universal themes such as love, compassion, selflessness, life after death, wisdom, and truth are all part of spirituality. It also acknowledges that certain individuals, such as saints or enlightened beings, have attained and expressed higher states of development than the average person. Aspiring to embody the qualities of these exemplary figures frequently plays a significant role in the lives of those who are spiritually oriented. The first step in the spiritual path is to repair and affirm the ego in order to experience pleasant states. When an individual has a strong sense of self-worth, self-esteem, and the ability to love and give to others, they are less limited by their ego defenses. A vital component of authentic spirituality is an opening of the heart. In light of this, one may wonder about the spirituality of masochistic religious rituals like self-flagellation, which are predicated more on a notion of the body's inherent wickedness than on any genuine empathy or connection to it. This demonstrates how religion does not always promote spiritual growth and can instead divert attention into activities that instill pride, superiority complexes, or other negative emotions that psychiatric patients frequently experience, such as feelings of guilt, shame, and unworthiness. To put it briefly, a person's approach to religion will always reflect their own stage of growth and maturity. It is widely acknowledged that spiritual development necessitates some form of discipline or practice in order to progress. The candidate may be involved in paradoxes like coming home to oneself, the gateless gate, or non-striving. The cornerstone of spirituality and the unifying theme of many religions are contemplative practices, like prayer and meditation. Without them, personal development happens considerably more slowly and randomly. Typically, a mentor or teacher is advised. A common occurrence in spiritual development is the occurrence of unplanned events that defy scientific explanation and can be ascribed to other forces like grace or angelic or supernatural involvement. One such spectacular instance is Saul of Tarsus' conversion while traveling to Damascus. Development doesn't always have to happen quickly. It can occur more gradually, like in the case of experiencing a serious illness or receiving a fatal diagnosis, which makes one realize how fleeting life is and causes them to reevaluate their purpose in life. Debate and controversy surround the question of whether spiritually inclined people's beliefs have any objective reality. This debate typically takes place in the field of philosophy, which is separate from the beliefs that are thought to impair spiritually inclined people's intellectual capacity. When researching the followers of Prem Rawat, who established the Divine Light Mission in the early 1970s, a friend of mine who studies sociology once remarked, "If you are outside the group, you don't really know what it is you are studying. But if you are inside the group, you don't have the objectivity to study the phenomena." As a result, research frequently stays in the comfortable field of behavior, which is shallow and sometimes misleading or uninformative. In a 1984 television program on the Rajneesh community, participants in dynamic meditation were seen bouncing up and down in loud catharsis while wearing eye masks or closing their eyes. The film's presenter was only too happy to sensationalize the appearance of weirdos doing absurd things without providing the necessary context, failing to explain the purpose of this active type of meditation or to inquire about anyone's inner experience. While some people believe that Jesus is the Son of God, because that is what the Bible teaches, others may have had a vision of Jesus telling them that he is the Son of God. Religion formalizes certain aspects of spiritual awareness into a coherent belief system that can be trusted, even if the person has no direct experience of the divine. The key to mystical experience is thought to be the direct experience of truth rather than intellectual knowledge. Religions have belief systems that go beyond the personal experience to include a person's place in society and the creation of morality-based laws to regulate behavior and interpersonal interactions. Religion typically takes the form of a church, mosque, synagogue, or temple, and is deeply ingrained in the community in addition to individual practice. A believer does not need to rationally demonstrate God's existence because it is clear from his creation. Others contend that even while the universe's obvious order at both the macro and micro levels proves the existence of intelligence, much beyond the capacity of the human intellect, this does not support the concept of God. There is little doubt that the dispute will go on forever because neither side can comprehend the other. Why some people's lives include a spiritual component and others don't is unclear. It cannot, in any case, be boiled down to a set of cognitive beliefs. The fundamental sensation is that one is not alone, that one is in some way a part of something bigger, or that one is in a relationship with God, higher entities, or oneself. Beliefs in spirituality or transcendence may allude to a benign or apathetic power. Since the Christian ethos upholds God's goodness, it blatantly fails to explain how suffering fits into the greater scheme of things. The abuse of helpless infants and children undermines the Christian faith's internal coherence and has nothing to do with the idea of an all-knowing, all-powerful, wise, and loving God.
The Buddha describes how human nature causes suffering in the Four Noble Truths. He also shows how to overcome the unavoidable pain of unconsciousness and arrive at a state of wisdom, calm, and acceptance. The Eightfold Path outlines a practical method for letting go of harmful attachment and resistance patterns in order to reach the happiness we all seek. Buddhists frequently discuss skillful deeds or behaviors, which brings us to the core of the spiritual life: a desire for self-improvement, a desire to transcend unconsciousness, and the suffering it causes to a state of greater illumination, and a desire to act and think maturely rather than impulsively.
What effects does this have on mental health services? When mistaken thoughts are constantly running through their heads, patients suffering from anxiety or depression find it difficult to develop a spiritual path. It is incorrect to take these ideas for fact. Gradual liberation is necessary for spiritual growth because it acknowledges that thoughts and emotions are merely fleeting mental occurrences rather than permanent realities. A growing number of patients are learning this through mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, which helps people become more aware of the present moment and fosters the mental environment necessary for this profound spiritual understanding to alleviate anxiety and sadness. According to neuroscientific study, practicing mindfulness causes the brain's cortex to literally expand, exhibiting increased purification and gray matter. Could meditation pave the way for advancements and changes that we now refer to as spiritual, but that may eventually be seen as normal, even basic, marking the next stage in human evolution? If you found this exploration of spirituality thought-provoking and enlightening, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with others who may also find value in it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into spiritual topics and insights to enrich your journey.